everyone. How are you? Moon babies, it's your mama witch, Angela Mary. It's good to see you here. So, an ASMR spell is calling and beckoning, and I'm thrilled to answer the call. I have a wonderful little pumpkin that was part of a sweet little gift of love that I gave folks that came to my home to retreat very recently. And now it's some of my Halloween decor. How cute is this little guy? I don't know how well you'll be able to hear me, because at this point I'm just using my iPhone, and thank you for being patient with me, but how cute is this little guy? I was alerted to the ASMR-ness of this by my 2 teenagers, and then our friend Jillian at Lunanate used it in their video for the 13th portal the other day. That's the retreat that just happened here in my home in Huntington Beach, California. So thank you, Bird and Boone and Jillian, for alerting me to how sensory yummy this pumpkin is. So nice, isn't it? We had such a lovely time with so many gorgeous souls during that entire 13th portal experience. I'm still just swooning. So, I have many yummy things that are in my real day-to-day life that I'm excited to share with you. We will be casting a real magic spell because I'm a real lifelong witch. I collect spell elements in this crescent moon. We've got the wooden matches that are cast off that I use to strike and light candles in my casting and crafting. I use this as a sacred urn because on Sundays I take the castings of all the spells through the week, all the elements, the ashes, and I burn them down and bury them in my back garden. So all the magical workings from all those spells is in this dance of communication in my garden with the mysterious root structures. I love bidding hail and farewell to all of the spell elements and the folks that entrust their magic to me, and to release it back to Gaia to communicate with all the fungus that engulfs and wraps the roots of all the trees and creates a brilliant web around our entire earth. It's such a reflection on our web of life, isn't it? In spell work, we like to begin with a simple grounding meditation, and we'll do that now. I invite you to uncross your ankles and relax comfortably wherever you are, including if you're commuting on a busy train. What a portal that is. And what a web you're weaving commuting home. Know that I'm with you and relaxing with you and offering you your ability to allow the energy meridians to flow very softly up and out for just a moment. That's why we uncross our legs, uncross our ankles. Because this is my first ASMR video, I'll be honest with you, there might be a little bit of background noise, and I will learn So now that our ankles are uncrossed, you can take it to another level and you can open your palms and maybe rest them comfortably on your lap or rest them comfortably on the table if you're sitting upright. Or just if you're lying down and you have that wonderful privilege of time, just let your arms relax with your palms up next to your sides, okay? And let's just start by smoothing you out. Let's pet and tamp down any extra energy that needs to be smoothed. I have a beauty background. I've been a lifelong hairdresser, cosmetologist, and we had to take a lot of biology classes in cosmetology school, and I learned that our flesh, our epidermis, is the largest organ of our body. And what I do know is that our hair is an extension of our flesh, our skin. Our skin and our hair is set up with a fabulous cuticle that's like shingles on a roof. And when we want that softness, when we want to gather our soft energy, we want to make sure that we've got our cuticle smoothed. Things are calm and protected. We're interlocking all of that fabulous system. Rather than having our hackles up, we're smoothing down. That feels wonderful, doesn't it? Take a big deep breath in through your nose. And relax out your open lips, say ma. Breathe in through your nose again. Relax, say ma. That's our first bit of relaxation. It is so nice to have you here. Before we begin and cast our spell, we will also light a candle to alert our spirit guides that we're here, we're open, we're listening to the messages that are meant for us. And we'll do that now. We'll do a simple guided meditation. And then we'll call in the four corners on our altar. We'll have a magical enactment. We'll burn some rosemary from my garden that I've dried specially. And we'll pull a tarot card, as is one of the things that I do in my profession. I'm a professional hairdresser, witch, spellcaster, tarot reader, magic maker. We light a golden candle because our spell today is for communication. So we're summoning the energy of Mercury, which is the planet of communication and messages. We're sending out a signal to our bespoke spirit guides. We're communicating. We're asking for guidance. We're making our presence known by lighting this golden candle. So, I may have my eyes closed at times during our guided meditation, and at other times I may gaze at you to help you connect. There is no wrong way to do this. Your relaxation is on your terms. You may have a small amount of effectiveness by closing your eyes and keeping your palms up, but you don't have to if that doesn't agree with your system. Only you know what agrees with your system. So gather that energy of yours up your body and to the top of the head, and let it relax in an orb over the top of the head. Breathe deeply in through your nose. Feel that energy orb at the top of the head sort of softly burst like those gusher candies and begin to melt down the forehead, the sides of the head, the back of the head, perfectly simultaneously melting down. When you breathe in through your nose now, let your belly expand. Open your lips and say, Ma. Feel this energy now in your eyeballs, floating them in the sockets, melting down the back of the head. Massaging the temples, this energy moves back away from the face in 3 circles. Feel this energy melt down the face. Remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth now. Breathe in through your nose. Release, say, Ma. Feel this energy melt down the back of the head. And at the nape of the neck, that curve, this energy stays there and moves in anti-clockwise circles. This is the hub of the central nervous system that begins the spinal cord. It's the occipital nerve. Breathe in deeply to the occipital nerve now. Release, say, Ma. Feel this energy now move into the jaw hinge. Again, circles of energy move up and away from the face. Breathe into the jaw hinge. Release, say, Ma. Together, let's now swallow. Energy now drops into your heart muscle, allowing it to be a muscle that pumps, pumps, pumps energy down into your arms, down your elbows, and into the palms of your hands. And at the fingertips, this energy U-turns, pulling back up the arms and back through the heart. Feel this energy now move down the gorgeous serpent spine. Feel this energy now at the solar plexus. Breathe in here now. Open your lips, say, Ma. Good release. Do you feel your flesh starting to smooth? Let's take that energy and smooth and smooth and smooth down. Feel this energy drop down into the great cauldron of your belly and turn that energy in 3 anti-clockwise circles. 1, 2, 3. Feel this energy now move into that space with your breath in through your nose. Release out your open lips, say, Ma. This energy now releases the pelvic floor, all the musculature of your sexual organs. Release the large muscle groups of your booty, the creamiest part of your thighs. Feel this energy move down into the legs, the knees, the shins, the calves, the Achilles, the tops of the feet, the soles of the feet. Now feel this energy gather at the toe tips, tingling them so. Now this energy bursts out of the toe tips, spilling all around you, creating a shadow shape, which is you, sacred you, the only you that's ever been. This shadow shape of you on the surface finds a yielding space and pierces the breast of Gaia, entering through the crust, moving through water, lava, crystal, mystery, finding a large, yielding, aqueous space. This energy commingles now with everything that's ever been, everything that is now, and everything that ever shall be. This pure potentiality now moves in unison with the shadow you until they're fully blended and perfectly aligned. This grounded, luscious, nourishing, gorgeous, plump, healthy, wonderful you now moves through the intricacy of the root systems that wave and communicate deep down in the nourishment of our sacred self, which is earth, and earth is us. This energy moves in slow motion like kelp underwater and communicates who you are and what you are, what you need and what you know with everything that's living and everything that's died. This energy makes a supportive, gorgeous web and net and shield all around us. You're safe here. You're welcome here. You are needed here, and you're wanted here. Feel this energy now move through the kelp, waves, motion, water, back into that shadow of you, and moves back through the mystery, through the lava, through the water, through the crystal, through the lava, through the crust, back onto the surface, into the shadow shape of you. In through the feet, up through the legs and torso, the back, the spine, the throat, the back of the head, the face, wrapping around the head and pooling at the third eye, giving you extra sight and inner knowing. You did so well there. Oh, that feels so good. Now we consecrate our altar with my moon-infused water. We begin with grounding with Resist Mist. This is Atmosphere Mist Spell Spray that I created for you. It's a pretty bottle. And this spell spray is for protection. It's got a lava bead within, and we shake well to sound the bell, to activate the spell. create a gossamer halo around us. And breathe deeply in. Resist mist is for folks that are very empathetic, empaths, psychic, who need a very mild aroma. This is a very soft and calm mist to provide the sweet earth-like protection. Next we have Moon Magick, and this is for manifestation. This has a quartz crystal bead within. I'm growing before your eyes, and so are you. We're always changing. We're always developing and growing. I love this pretty bottle too. Moon Magick, Gossamer Halo over the head. I'm not trying to play favorites with my babies, but this might be my favorite. It's a much stronger aroma. It has grapefruit and clove and the medieval mix of rosemary and thyme and the quartz crystal bead within. That's an amulet to be used as a talisman when your mist is complete. Next we have Aura for invocation. Aura is sexy. Look at that sexy bottle. And Aura has a tiger eye bead within. Do you see this in the light? The pink and blue ombre of Aura. Again, we shake well. That sounds the bell, which activates the spell. Aura is for invocation, for invoking spirit guides and earthly lovers. Aura is a mist that I read Federico Garcia Lorca poetry to with relish. I am so happy to infuse this mist with the lusciousness of Lorca poetry. Lorca writes about the moon and love longing. I love to read the poem Green to Aura before I bottle her up and send her off to you. One more look. Now, for the realness. I'm a lifelong witch, and I'm a lunar witch. I love working with the moon cycles. Now that we've consecrated our altar, I will say to you, inviting you to say it with me, I enter this ritual in perfect love and perfect trust. As I call in the four corners and center of our altar for spirit, I will invite you to also say with me, as I call in those guardians of those watchtowers, be here now. You're welcome to say it aloud with me at home or on your commute or on the beach or in your car. Hail to the guardians of the watchtowers of the north. You are earth, bones, food, home, abundance. Guardians of the Watchtowers of the North, be here now. As an enactment, to thank the Guardians of the Watchtowers of the North for being here, we will burn a bit of the rosemary from my garden and offer the sacred smoke to the space. And if you're open to it, please feel most welcome to smoke scry. When we scry, we ask questions so our spirit guides can communicate with us in our intuition. Ask your question now and look in the smoke for shapes that reveal how you feel. Next, we move to the east node of our altar. Hail to the Guardians of the Watchtowers of the East, air, the golden dawn of new ideas. My thought processes, poetry, music, the internet. Guardians of the Watchtowers of the East, be here now. Say it with me if you'd like. Be here now. As an enactment of the direction of east, the element of air will quietly sound this soft bell as a sound bath to move this energy and welcome the Guardians of the Watchtowers of the East. Next, we move to the south node of our altar, fire. Hail to the Guardians of the Watchtowers of the South, fire. Passion, pure, sexual, including asexual energy, that root of our body where we hold our secrets and our traumas, where we blast off, where we hide. Guardians of the Watchtowers of the South, be here now. as an enactment for the Watchtowers of the South, I'll use this natural rattle. Since the full moon of Halloween night in the year 2001, the coven that I was in back then, this was one of the offerings that was given to all of us. Very meaningful to me to have this natural rattle still in use in my house. You can see this in use, being consecrated in the ocean in the previous video that I have posted. This is a hard-working rattle. It's been around for a very long time. There's a full moon coming up in 2020 on Halloween night. I'm very excited, and I've got a plan for all of us to be able to be gathered that very night in as big a coven as the multiverse could ever hold. So please stick around. I write about it in the wonderful Many Moons Lunar Planner of 2020. That's an offering by Sarah Gottesdiener. She's at visualmagic.info if you would like to pick up the 2020 Many Moons Lunar Planner. Sarah generously allows 13 different contributors to offer something for each full moon. And I'm the witch that's able to offer my love and magic for the Halloween full moon of 2020. Ah, I can hardly contain my joy. Thank you, Sarah. Spoiler, I write about this rattle. Now we move to the west. Guardians of the Watchtowers of the West. Water. Oceans of emotions. Water is life. Water is us. We are a drop of water, a big teardrop. We are pure nectar, living inside a teardrop of pure nectar, upon a teardrop of pure nectar. Guardians of the Watchtowers of the West, water, be here now. As an enactment for the direction of west, the element of water, I have a brand new potion. And I know that that's backwards, but look at that gorgeous label. This is by Kuan Yin and Seiwan O at Sun Song on Instagram, and I'll link that down below, as well as my Atmosphere Mist. And I've just received this in the mail, and you can see me opening the box on my Instagram stories. Oh, I cannot wait to experience this potion. This is Catharsis. Oh, my goodness. Oh, what a beautiful flower essence. I'm so moved. It has this flavor that's sweet to be sure. Let me identify it. It has a blossom feeling in my mouth. I can taste the sweetness of the blossom, almost kind of a peach feel. Oh, I can't wait to read about it. I wanted to experience it fresh before I read about it. Thank you, Kuan Yin and Seiwan. Now we're in the center of our altar, where I have placed a living plant here. And we'll bring that in a moment. But first we call in the guardians of the watchtowers of the center, which is spirit. And you are spirit. Spirit is you. Spirit of life. The great mysterious center of our life, center of our altar, be here now. As an enactment for the center of our altar, we have this beautiful living plant, and I encourage you all to keep a living plant or a flower blossom in the center of your altar always, so you can see and pay attention to how you're paying attention to yourself. I'm noticing now, looking at the camera, with all these wonderful candles burning in the north and the east, the south and the west and the center, and our main core candle of golden light for communication. We have such a beautiful glow now, don't we? Do you have candles lit now too? You are very welcome to just enjoy this candlelight. Feel no pressure whatsoever. This glow is for all of us, for we are a coven. Oh, so now make a wish upon the living life force of this plant. Set your spell intention here now. What is your communication intention? What is it that you're communicating in the world? Who are you communicating with? And what are you communicating by your very presence on this plane, in this field? Set your intention for communication now. Go ahead, guys. You taking off?
No.
I'll just edit this out.
Not for another 20 minutes.
Okay, no sounds. I'm going to keep going now.
Okay.
Wow. We got a jumper card. We're getting into our tarot segment now, and as I began to shuffle, please pardon the family sounds, as I'm at my home right now and it's very real. This is the One of Swords, or the Ace of Swords. And that denotes swords are the element of air, and air is communication. So our jumper card is the Ace of Swords, who's telling us we're at the very beginning of our communication. Oh, I see you, Ace of Swords. Thank you for being here. We'll shuffle that card back into our deck as we shuffle with round tarot. It's a very yielding kind of shuffling where we drop and shift and drop and shift. It's quite a little dance, isn't it? It's nice, it's yielding, it's different than that staccato flicking that we do with cards that have edges. I find it very much like life, that we yield and then shift, we move and then we yield and catch and drop and catch and drop. As is tarot tradition, we will take the deck and break it into 3, back into 1, and we will see what our communication is. I will also track this tarot card back over to Instagram as well. Are you ready? That makes a nice bitter batter, doesn't it? Here's our card. Oh, we got more swords. And it's a reversed 8 of Swords. The reversed 8 of Swords very much denotes the suffering, the ways that this sort of argument, this looped argument over and over, it's at a quieted stage right now. It's almost like after an argument when you're just exhausted and you can't fight anymore. You're at that stage, and now just please rest because the storm is blown over. This 8 of Swords storm has blown over. What do we do after a storm of words and the battering that happens in an argument? We have a chance to recover. We have a chance to begin again. When we begin again, we get to take stock of the materials that are available, that are undamaged, that can help fortify and rebuild what is damaged. So let's take stock. And let's let the things that are damaged beyond any repair, let's let them go. Let's let the things that are damaged become new food for the soil. This is the time of year to take stock of the things that are dying and need to go, that will feed the soil and be food for different seeds. So you may take the available materials to rebuild that which was damaged in the storm of this conflict. This is ultimately a very happy card, a very happy experience. This is the Circle of Life Tarot by Maria Di Stefano. She's an Italian artist. I will link down below sort of where to find her on Amazon, but I haven't been able to find her on any social medias or anything, but I do so love this deck. This is the reversed 8 of Swords. I just have to relax into that tarot wisdom. I absolutely love it so, so much. We'll take a moment and cleanse and clear the space with this beautiful feather. This is a Cooper's hawk feather that a wonderful client brought me, and I treasure it so. Some of you watching have held this feather to communicate what your tarot question or spell intention was upon this very tarot table, or work with me at the Witch Walk in downtown Santa Ana, or at the Mostly Angels pop-up in downtown LA. I had this feather present for those spaces, and at the beloved 13th Portal retreat that was just here on Friday the 13th of September. We had a wonderful bonfire beneath the light of the full moon on the 14th as well. Don't we love the beauty and power of witchcraft? So we're moving through now. We're moving the energy in wonderful small flicks. We witches love our brooms for enactments because we know that to know thyself is to move energy and know that change is ever present and always. We're always changing. So we're always removing that which has sloughed off and no longer serves. And in doing so, we make available space for our new visions, for the ways that we know ourselves better after making space and removing space. I consider this sacred space, and I could extinguish these candles now and open the circle back up, because right now we have a closed circle, which means that we are communicating between the worlds right now. We are between the worlds and behind the veils. And I've made a decision to leave these candles burning, and I will post something about that on my Instagram, maybe in a full post and possibly in my Instagram stories. So you may know that I am holding your magic here at this altar. And I thank you for your presence. And I mean it when I say it, to please remember that magic is your birthright and everything's a spell. This is my spell.